Sup y'all, bring guys another video. Let's talk about El Diamante, Felix Verdejo. Before I get into the video, I just want to say thank you. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe for more boxing and please hit that like button. It helps out the video, it helps out the channel, I'd really appreciate it. So yeah, Mr. Felix Verdejo. I've been following him for quite some time now. When he turned pro, pretty much was the same year I started making YouTube videos. Felix Verdejo is a former Olympian, turned pro back in 2012, and I've watched pretty much every single fight of Felix. And he's definitely grown as a fighter, and I've always had high hopes for him. I always thought that he will be the next superstar from Puerto Rico until he fought Antonio Lozada, where he got stopped in the 10th round. And I was like, no. But shit happens. And he rebounded, left Puerto Rico, went to Florida, started training in Florida under Ismael Salas. And he did pretty well, in my opinion. And all of a sudden, when he fought Nakatani this month, he ended up getting stopped in the fight that he was winning. Nakatani did a great job coming back from that early knockdowns in that fight. I don't know, maybe it's Verdejo's chin or his stamina, but he definitely has a lot to work on. And losing to Lozada and Nakatani, it just raises questions whether he can still become world champion or not. And honestly, I'm having a hard time believing that he can be a world champion, especially at this weight, 135. There is a lot of talent at this weight. Teofimo Lopez, Vasily Lomachenko, Gervonta Davis, Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, just to name a few. Verdejo could be in that mix, but losing to Nakatani, it eliminates him from being in the top of that list at 135. And I still want to believe that Verdejo can do it. I still do, and it looks like a lot of people actually still do. A lot of people believe that he still has what it takes to become a world champion. A lot of people think that he can rebound from these losses, that these losses against Nakatani and Lozada are not the end of the world for him. And they're not. He's 27 years old. He still has a couple years to reach his prime. In my opinion, when you're like 29, 30, 31, I think that's, for the most part, most boxers are in their prime around that age, in my opinion. And, Felix can still learn from this loss against Nakatani, but it's at the same time, it really is hard to see him beating those top guys at 135. Boxing Scene recently wrote some articles about him. He said that he will continue to develop until he becomes a world champion, and I truly hope he becomes a world champion one day. I really do. But he really needs to bring his A game every fight. In the article it says that Verdejo said, "I'm happy with my performance. I realized that I made a good fight, although obviously it was not the outcome I wanted." Which is true. Like I said earlier, he was winning the fight, but I don't know, the stamina wasn't there, and he got caught with big shots. Then he goes on to say, "I know that in this sport you have to carry two bags, one to win and one to lose. Sometimes one loses, and the other times one wins. They saw that I have the potential to fight with the elite, and I feel good about that. I am not discouraged because I was doing the job as it was. It was just that a punch came that I did not expect. My trainer was telling me not to throw such hard punches all the time. My trainer Ismael Salas told me that I was throwing hard all the time, and it shouldn't have been that way. I should have went little by little, round by round. I understand that if I hadn't been throwing so hard, I would have been better in condition in the later rounds. I should have saved my energy better. And I agree with that statement, man. He was throwing bombs. He was eager for the knockout. He was looking for the knockout in the early rounds, which, punch him out a little bit towards that later rounds. Um, I get like it's a learning experience for Verdejo. And then he goes on to say, Nakatani was exhausted. He was not the same as he was in the early rounds, but he surprised me with a hurtful punch and I could not recover. On the second knockdown, he hit me in the back of the head. I am young. I have the hunger, the desire, the talent, and the potential to continue climbing the ladder. A loss does not define a boxer. I will continue to develop until I am a world champion. In January, I will start training. I will start running again to work on physique and condition while I wait for a date. Um, yeah, I really truly hope so, man. I really truly hope. I still want to see Verdejo become a world champion. Even though I don't believe it as much as I used to, I still want to see it. And Boxing Scene also wrote, an article talking about how he wants a rematch, that he's open to a rematch, um, which I don't mind at all. I think a rematch is not bad. Um, a rematch between Verdejo and Nakatani ain't bad. Uh, I think Nakatani suffered actually an orbital socket injury in this fight. Correct me if I'm wrong. Against Verdejo. Um, I think he had to go to the hospital, and so he has to recover from it, Nakatani, and that will take some time. I'm sure for the right price, if Top Rank is willing to pay Nakatani the right amount of money to make a rematch, I'm sure it will happen. But I'm not even sure if Top Rank believes in Verdejo anymore. Who knows? They might let him go, which I hope not, because I think they've done a great job promoting him. It's just that Verdejo just couldn't deliver the wins, and he was on his way to possibly fighting Teofimo Lopez in the middle of next year if he would have won this fight, and that would have been a decent, that would have been a pretty big fight, I would think, because I think they were planning to do it in Puerto Rican Parade weekend, I believe. So, I want to see Verdejo succeed, and I hope he does. Who knows? Maybe a couple years from now, he will actually be a world champion. You never know, right? So, anyway, let me know what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts. Thank you so much for listening and watching. Don't forget to hit that like button if you haven't yet. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. Please, and like always, have a great day. Alright, thanks.